Welcome back to 2DG, Two Douchey Guys, that's us. And we've got another beer review for you. What do we have today?
Today we have Undead Party Crasher, which is an Imperial Stout from Clown Shoes Brewing Company out of Massachusetts. Unlike some of the other ones that we've reviewed recently, we can actually get this here.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I have had their other Imperial Stout. I believe that one was classified as a Russian, and it's called like the something Uniblade Unicorn type thing. It was really good, so I'm anxious to try this one.
Alright. Well, I think, why don't you go ahead and crack it open and start pouring. And I think the fact that we can get this out here sure would be cool. Some of these other breweries out that way would piggyback on their distribution.
I say Clown Shoes is actually quickly becoming one of my favorite breweries.
Yeah, I would say they've had some really good stuff come out of there. And wow, that looks thick and dark.
I say the pour, it actually is a little bit more darker than I expected. It's still mostly a brown. You can see through it on the pour, but as we get into the glass here,
you're seeing what I'm seeing, folks.
Black in the glass, no signs of light.
Can't see through it at all.
Even on the outside or at the bottom, head, nice tan, about a half a finger. Quickly dissipating, it is 10% alcohol, so you do expect that. It does leave a nice coating on the glass. It does quickly fade down.
But it's a nice cling, initial cling. I mean, it suggests to me it's going to be a sugary, sweet malt presence there.
It's a good smell.
Well, let's do that. Wow, not what I expected.
This one you do get up front a lot of coffee, a lot of like dark, bitter baker's chocolate. You get a lot of roast in it, and that could just be from the coffee characteristics. What you also get, though, to me, is you do get a tad bit of like black licorice, just a little, not a lot.
Not much.
Yeah, just a little bit.
There's a dark fruity flavor too.
Yeah, you do get the dark fruit in there. It's not as prevalent as ones we've done in the past, but it is obviously there.
It's almost a little bit of vanilla-y flavor too.
The vanilla, you do get a ton of the coffee, ton of the dark baker's chocolate, and a ton of roast in this one, though.
Yeah, I would agree.
Let's give it a taste.
Let's do that. Wow.
I'd say the taste almost follows suit. Up front, you do get the bitterness from probably the coffee in there. You get a lot of roasty bitterness up front. Towards the middle of the mouth, dark chocolate, coffee.
Agreed.
Little bit of vanilla, not a lot. You actually don't even, in my opinion, get any of the licorice that you get in the aroma. No. Towards the back, though, it really drops off kind of fast. You do get that chalky, dark chocolate flavor.
There's a baker's chocolate, gritty. I don't want to say it's gritty, but exactly that.
And then you do get a tad bit of the bitterness from the coffee flavor at the back and some roastiness, but prevalent-wise, as far as the back of the tongue, it's all the chalky baker's type chocolate. Like if you would chop it really fine and you got the little bit of dust that's left on the board, that's what it is.
I would agree. And I think as it hangs on, there's a dark roast of coffee. Clear at the back.
It's almost like an espresso bitterness type.
It is. It is. It's a lot. And in fact, as you mentioned that, espresso a lot, you get that grainy from the press.
Say the mouthfeel isn't quite what I thought it was going to be. Like you said before we really got into it, that it might have been like a sugary, coat your mouth, thicker type of thing. It's actually not. It's fairly thin. It's still thick, but thin for the style, possibly. And it doesn't coat your mouth like I thought it would either. It flows pretty easily through the front to the back without really leaving necessarily any lingering flavors except for the espresso roastiness that you were talking about. Everything else, though, it's once it's in the mouth, it's there. Once it's gone, so is the flavor, minus the roasty.
Yep.
qualities
agree.
to it. Yeah, yeah.
Can't say any more than that.
This one is technically qualified as, I believe, an American Imperial Stout. Yes. Like I've explained in previous episodes, that means you're going to generally get more of the hop aroma in there, also a higher alcohol content. Now again, when you have a Russian Imperial Stout, generally that's anywhere the lower level from 9.5 to 10% and up. This one is 10%, but because of the probable hop additions or American grown hops that they put in there, it's what kind of classifies it differently. A Russian Imperial Stout actually originated from England, and then they would ship it to the Russian court, so that's why it was higher in alcohol than a standard porter, which is what Guinness originated from. American Stout, though, we did take our own personal spin on it. Yeah. And that's, honestly, when you look at craft beer, it's really an American thing. And we know that beer originated in like Belgium and Germany, and that's where you get all your traditional styles.
Further back.
Well, it is further back, but when you think about the Reinheitsgebot and all that stuff that's kind of established what beer is today.
I'm just thinking in terms of culture in general.
Well, no, yeah.
Civilization.
Yeah.
Mesopotamia.
But in terms of modern day beer, Americans have kind of taken craft beer and made it their entire, entirely their own.
Yeah, I would say that America has grabbed it and owned it.
Yeah.
And the great beers out of England, great beers out of the rest of the world.
Oh, yeah.
New Zealand and all that. But
stylistically, we've
created more of our own style, I think.
We'll group it in with Russian Imperial, anything with Imperial. One? Yeah, we're going to do that. What are you going to give it for the style?
I'm going to give it an 8. It's a fantastic beer. It's got a good flavor. It's thin, so it washes your mouth down. It doesn't leave you full. Where you just a couple sips and you're tired of it because it's so much. It's a good flavor. It's not the best I've ever had. And I don't think they set out to make it the best ever. I think it's the way this is what they were after, I bet. And this is a damn good beer.
Well, not to say that they didn't make it to be
I don't think they
the best ever.
I'm just saying I don't think they designed it to be combating, freaking Dogfish or Dark Lord or something like that. This is something that's to be readily available.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually going to go an 8 as well. I actually don't like that it had the thinner body. And I believe the acidity from the espresso type flavor. Again, I don't know if there's coffee in there, but
the hops.
Yeah, well, it would be out of the malt, but
acid.
Either way, it's not as full bodied as I'd want. The flavor is still excellent.
I think that's what gives it drinkability, though.
No, it does, but for the style being 10%,
but you don't even notice that 10%
no,
alcohol because of the balance.
But
it's very
that's
good.
what I'm saying. So it being 10%, you think of it as high alcohol, but also for the style, it's kind of on the lower end.
Sure, that's true.
Yeah, so 8 for me because stylistically, it's not as full-bodied as I want, and it's got a little more of the roast characteristic, a little more than I would want. I want more of the chocolate, the milk chocolate, velvety kind of texture to it.
And I think if you're calling it Imperial Stout, whether it's American in front of it or not, you do expect it to be a little more of a mouthfeel, velvety, coat your mouth. And this isn't. It's a thinner one. And it's, but it's a fine beer. So
overall,
what'd you give it?
Stylistically, I gave it an 8.
Okay, so we were on par. Okay. So overall, I'm going to stick with 8 because it's something I can enjoy. I don't know if that's something I want a lot, though. But I think for, if I'm in the mood for the style, I think I could go to that. But if I really want, I'm going to go, I'm going to go back to our, what was that stone that was just knock your socks off for a mass-produced, mass-distributed beer. But this is a nice, relaxing beer. So that's why I think it deserves an 8. It's got that nice, smooth flavors. It goes down easy. It's nothing that's going to just... You're not going to feel like you're biting off too much.
No, yeah. I'll actually stick with an 8 too. Like I said, Imperial Stout is my second favorite style, regardless if it's American or Russian. I do prefer the higher end of the ABV scale. because generally that's going to bring the better texture and flavor to it.
I like the bigger complexities.
Yeah.
The other one. Some others.
This beer had complexity. It's not necessarily as much as I wanted. I would prefer, like I said, more the milk chocolate versus the dark baker's chocolate. It's more bitter, more chalky. And that doesn't necessarily go completely with the espresso type flavor we're getting.
No, I just think.
But yeah, overall,
Baker's chocolate is usually more bitter.
yeah.
Sorry, but it is.
No, that's what I said.
Okay.
Overall, though, this being my second favorite style, they really did a good job with it.
Oh yeah.
I obviously did pick it up off the shelf before. I would do it again.
Yeah.
Before quite a bit of other beers that I've had. So yeah, 8.
And I think it's one I would share. You know, if I introducing some people to a style.
I don't know if it's an introduction.
But I mean, I think it's one that you can enjoy, not to a style. I shouldn't say to a style. If I want to introduce them to the style, they're going to get all those really complex ones. I'm going to go to the beer that has that. Versus if I just say, hey, try this. It's not your average bar beer.
Yeah.
This is going to knock your socks off. You're going to like it.
I think the color alone would really kind of establish that. Yeah.
No, it's a fantastic beer overall, and I think we went, 8s all across?
Yeah. Say, Clown Shoes, really
keep it up.
One of my favorites, yeah. They're doing a good job, so this is a good beer.
Yeah. Agreed. Finally.
All right.
All right,
2DG.